creative in the things that you don't want to even talk about. Be creative in the things that your teachers used to laugh about. Be creative in the things that you always used to dream about. Be creative in the things that are happening around you. Taking a road with full attention means more than all convention. Whatever you do, do it with love. Put your heart and soul inside it. Be creative in the things that you don't want to even talk about. Be creative in the things that your teachers used to laugh about. Be creative in the things that you always used to dream about. Be creative in the things that are happening around you. Everything counts, every little reaction can start a chain reaction. Seize the day, carpe diem. Now it's the time, enjoy yourself. Be creative in the things that you don't want to even talk about. Be creative in the things that your teachers used to laugh about. Be creative in the things that you always used to dream about. Be creative in the things that are happening around you. Yeah, that was Be Creative, a superb video by Tom Memorian, who's the late Tom Memorian, a good friend of mine. He passed away last year, but he left a legacy of some awesome videos. So good evening, Craig. Nice to see you, mate. So this show is all about music with a message. So I'm going to do a series of these because I tend to write a lot of songs which have messages. So this show is going to have 10 songs which all have messages, and I'm also encouraging other people to suggest songs to me that have messages, and if I can play them, I will, because I think the whole thing about music is it's a universal language, and we need to use it to communicate. It's just such a beautiful communication medium. It's finer than anything. It's finer than spoken word or it does stuff that we can't do in society. We can communicate to each other in a wonderful way. Hi Vicky Persig, how's it out there? It's great to see you. Jeremy Ronson, we've got some people joining us, some great friends. So just to repeat myself, this is all this series is episode 12, and it's all about music with a message. We're using music to carry messages about social issues. And so Be Creative, which is, you just heard the video done by Tom Memorian, was essentially about, I mean, the words are kind of self-explanatory. Every little thing has so much potential. I mean, whatever we do it with love. Put your heart and soul inside it. And it doesn't matter whether you're CEO of a corporate giant company or whether you're a guy emptying the garbage. It depends on what you put, how you put yourself in that position. If you're sweeping the roads for a living and cleaning up, which seems to be a menial task for most people, I believe those people should get paid more than lawyers, but that's my own opinion. But anyway, that if you do that particular, whatever you find yourself doing in life, you do it with love and attention and put yourself into it, and with every breath you have, try to appreciate the fact that you're able to do anything. We're alive, we're alive, living beings, and it's wonderful. So, hi Wendy, hi Patty Cole. Oh, we got some great friends from downtown. Michael McIsaac, that's fantastic. Nice to see you, mate. Can't write any comments, but I can read your comments this week because I've actually got. So I'm going to get on with the music because I can talk all night otherwise. So I'm going to. This series is all about music with a message. So the song I'm going to play you now is from my Freedom album, and it's called. Some of you have heard it already, but this is my own version of it, and it's called Fly. And the reason I wrote Fly is about the freedom to believe in what you want to believe in. We don't have to be told what to believe in. We should have freedom of belief, to follow your heart. And it's based on the Cathar teaching from the Middle Ages, and that's if you want to find out about that after the show, go and just type in Google Cathars, and you'll learn all about who they were. The very compassionate teaching and total gender equality. This is back in the the Middle Ages, 16th, 14th century. They had female priests. How about that? They're well ahead of us. Anyway, so this song is about that, and this is called Fly. And this is the groove. I hope the sound's all right. I'm just kind of busking here. So if anybody has a comment about the sound when I start playing, please leave a comment on my list, and I'll get it. Hi Zaz from Paris. We have a truly international audience tonight. And Marie, we have some people from France, and Sherry's friend, Marie Shora, Vicky Piercing, Heidi Greco. Hi Heidi. Hi Heidi, how are you? Okay, here we go. Hey, here we go. What I'm trying to say is make a new direction. Who said nothing changes underneath the heavens? Turn on the light, the one you love. The age of darkness is over now, and those old ideas are gonna drag you down. And maybe we can learn to fly, and maybe we can fly together. Oh yeah. And maybe I believe in light. Light is every color falling from the sky. Shine on one another. Don't be frightened by the truth. Keep your hearts and minds wide open. Light will surely come to you. Hear the thoughts that we've been thinking. We've been hiding from the truth. Keep your hopes and dreams from sinking. Love will surely come to you. And maybe we can learn to fly. And maybe we can fly together. And maybe we can learn to fly. Whoa, yeah. Hey! We can learn to fly. Well, that was Fly from the Freedom album. As I said earlier, every song of the show tonight is about music, has a message. Music with a message, and that's the point of music, in my opinion. It's the universal language of the universe. I think that's what we have to do is communicate in a much finer way, and communicate past the fear and the doubts and the aggression, that the way we normally communicate with each other. Don't be afraid of each other, you know. Just love one another, and everything will change. So this song, some of these songs are slightly controversial, and but they have a message nonetheless. Now this next song is called "Do You Know Me," and it's essentially about third world sweatshop labour. It's about kids who make toys for us, and young ladies and young kids who make our clothes. Essentially, that kind of thing has to stop eventually. So the only people who gain from that are greedy corporate business types. And so my advice to anybody that's if you want my advice is go and buy Canadian. It might cost a bit more, but if you buy something that's sourced in the country where you're at, you're probably not going to be exploiting anybody. So this song is called "Do You Know Me," and it's kind of a reggae thing, so Chinese reggae you might call it. So, so I hope you enjoy it. This is "Do You Know Me." Turn it up a little bit. And it has a Chinese flute part which goes like this. All day long I hear the sound, big wheels turning round and round, making life for you and me a little better than it used to be. Time is money, is what they say. There's no reason to stop and to pray. Third world labor industry to rob the poor for your insanity. Do you know me? Do you know me? Working so hard for me. Do you know me? Do you know me? How can life be so cheap? Here we go. do do do. Close the factories, shut them down, drive the people right into the ground, leave them wanting, wanting more. Feed the rich and just starve the poor. Do you know me? Do you know me? Working so hard for me. Do you know me? Do you know me? How can life be so cheap? Do you know me? Do you know me? Working so hard for me. Do you know me? Do you know me? How can life be so cheap? That was Do You Know Me? I usually play that one with my band, so that's the first time I've done it solo. Well, so let's move right along. As I said, every song I'm going to do for you tonight has a message. So the next song I'm going to do for you has a strong message about bullying. Some of you know this song already. You've heard it already, but I'm going to bear with me. I'm going to play it again. It's different every time. So this is a song which is essentially, when I wrote the song, I took the famous phrase. Hi, Chris Walker. Hi, Rick Edwards. So I was going to say hello to a few people. David Moses. Hi, David. David Moses and I are doing an album at the moment. He's a fantastic songwriter. You want to hear it. And so is Paddy Cole, if she's still with us. So, as you know, I'm a record producer as well as a singer-songwriter, and I like to help people to realise their dreams, and that's what it's all about. So anyway, this is a song called Sticks and Stones, and it starts off with a vocal bass. So I'm doing the bass and the vocals now. The original chorus was "Sticks and stones can break my bones, but words won't do me no harm." But that's the well-known nursery rhyme, but in fact I changed it because I believe that words can do harm, and they can hurt people. Emotional cruelty is just as bad as physical cruelty, and I'm sure some of you have experienced that. I did when I was a kid. I experienced a lot of emotional cruelty, so I changed the words to, words can do me real harm. So so anyway, the message in this song is, let's be nice to each other. It's like most of my messages are like that. So here we go. This is Sticks and Stones. So it starts with a vocal loop, as I said. So it goes do 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 do. I suggest the guys sing this with me. Do 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 do. And let's continue. Here we go. Hey, Hey. As I lie awake, thinking on my day, did I hurt someone with the things I say? I feel so uneasy, feel so insecure, spending all of my time just trying to be pure. And the pretty girl sings, sticks and stones could break my bones, but words can do me real harm. The sticks and stones can't break my bones, but words can do me real harm. I want the world to love me for what I am. It's so hard to say no, even though I can. I can make someone happy, make somebody smile. Yeah, but I can't please all the people all of the time. Yeah, yeah. Sticks and stones can't break my bones, but words can do me real harm. Sticks and stones can't break my bones, but words can do me real harm. There's gotta be light, there's gotta be love, somewhere out there, high above. The world can be cruel, no place for kindness and tenderness. That's not cool. Hey, sticks and stones can't break my bones, but the words can do me real harm. Sticks and stones can't break my bones, but the words can do me real harm. I said sticks and stones can't break my bones, but words can do me real harm. Yeah, sticks and stones can't break my bones, but words can't do me real harm. Yeah. Do 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 I'm making up the endings as I go along, so it's different every week. So thanks for joining me, everybody. This is a really very great opportunity to get out there. Do you know, I seem to be getting more people listening to me since the lockdown than before the lockdown, so I'm kind of grateful in some ways to Mother Nature giving us this little wake-up call. And I think, as you probably know, there's a lot of things have happened with this lockdown which have actually improved environmental conditions. So I lived opposite Billy Bishop Airport. They hadn't run any planes there since March, and the air quality's just gone up, 10 times better. So we've got a little air quality meter in our apartment, and I'll tell you, the air quality is so much better. So let's when we get back to business, let's not fly around so much and use so much fossil fuel and stuff. I think there's a little lesson there anyway. So this is the next song I'm going to do is another song with a message, but it's not my message. And as I said earlier, I'm happy to do songs that have messages. If you have anything that you'd like me to attempt, which has a message, you can do so. But tonight I'm doing all my own stuff. But this song, the words to this song were written by Rudyard Kipling, who's a poet. He was a poet back in the early 20th century. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's 20th century. But he wrote a beautiful poem called If, and this poem is all about finding strength in the difficulties that life will give you. Life throws curved balls at you all the time, and we have to handle them. The first verse is, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you and make allowance for their doubting too. It's full of it's called If because if is a big question. We some of the ideals in this poem are practically unattainable, but if we could attain them, then we would be, let's put it this way, we'd be spiritual beings. We'd be on a different path. But this is my version of If, because I put music to the poem, and it's a kind of I put it into the looper. If you can keep your head when all about you, others are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not tired of waiting, being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating. Just don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, can think and not make thoughts your aim. If you can meet with triumph and disaster, and treat those two imposters just the same. If you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, tip and build them up with worn out tools. If I can mend your heart, then I would be your man. I take away your pain, and I love you once again. If you can make one heap of all your winnings, and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinews to serve your turn long after they have gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If I command your heart, then I will be your man. I take away your pain, and I love you once again. talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings and not lose the common touch. Even though the foes are loving, friends can hurt you. If all men count with you, but not too much. If you fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of a distance run, yours on the earth and everything that's in it, which is more. You'll be a man, my son. Yeah, nice fade out there. So that was Rudyard Kipling poem called If. And the message in that song is be strong in the face of life's adversities. Hi Christina Jansen, hi Vince Campbell, got Zaz Zaz from Paris, Joan Prowse from Toronto. So how's the sound, by the way? Anybody want to comment? Anybody want to shoot me a quick note? Tell me if anything needs to be louder or quieter. Or it looks all right so far. Christina Jansen sent me a virtual hug. Thank you. Christina's a fantastic photographer, and she worked. I met her working for when I was working for John Otway out there in Montserrat. We did a beautiful album called Montserrat for John, and Christina was out there photographing it. So right, hi Vicky, how's CB? Oh, that's reading messages while I'm talking to you. So anyway, this song, it's moving right along. The next song with a message is based on a Sufi poem by Rumi. Anybody know who Rumi is? He's one of my favourite poets. So Rumi, this particular poem was written probably in the I don't know, Middle Ages, a long time ago. I think Rumi lived in Spain, and it was. Has a beautiful first verse. It's there comes a time when the risk of staying closed as a bud becomes greater than the risk of opening to a flower. And I think that's such a beautiful message. I'm going to play it for you. This is Turning Around the Sun. By the way, there's a video of this song, which you can see. Video by Tom O'Morian. It's called Turning Around the Sun, and you can check it out. It's on YouTube. And by the way, before I get into this song, let me give you a big shout out for all our friends from BC. We have people from BC watching us through Isolation Island. Michael Williams is the host of that show, and Isolation Island's are broadcasting our show here tonight as we talk. So hello BC. Here we go. comes a time when the risk of staying closed as a bud becomes greater than the risk of opening to a flower. We are growing into love. Beauty falling from above. Power growing from inside. Graces falling from the sky. The night turns to day. The work turns to play. Come what may. Hey, the world keeps turning around the sun. No more doubt, no more fear. It's time for peace of mind. Anxiety for the future, we leave it all behind. Laughter flowing once again. Tears of joy instead of pain. Music flowing in our veins. Lovers singing in the rain. The night turns to day. The work turns to play. Come what may. Hey, the world keeps turning around the sun. The world keeps turning around the sun. The world keeps turning around the sun. Yeah. Hey, that was the world keeps turning around the sun, featuring a wise Sufi poem. So, more of songs with a message. So this is Music with a Message is the series tonight we're doing, and I realised I had so many songs that kind of have messages that I had to split this up into two parts. So we're going to have to do Music with a Message part 2, but I can't do it next week because I'm going to Grand Bend for a little holiday with my wife Joan, so who's with us tonight, I believe. So so we have to take a week off. And anyway, next week would have been Flatten the Hump, episode 13. Ta-da! We don't want to do episode 13, do we? So we're going to do episode 14 the week after. So we're going to, much like the hotels do, when they skip the 13th floor. And just a little bit of trivia here. The reason 13 is considered unlucky relates to the first song I played to you tonight, which is called Fly, which is about the Cathars. And on Friday the 13th, 1200 and something, the Cathars were all arrested, the priests, and they were all executed by the Inquisition forces because they were considered a heresy. So that since that time, Friday the 13th has always been considered unlucky. So it's just a superstitious thing. It doesn't really mean anything, but if you're superstitious, then Friday the 13th means something to you. So here's a song which is really kind of positive message. You become the number one in your life. Live your dreams under the sun. It's all right. And take me higher. That's the message to this song is if you don't learn to appreciate yourself, love yourself, it's very hard for you to love anyone else. So you've got to start there. It's like when the masks come down in the airplane. put your own mask on first before you help someone else, because you're going to pass out and lose air and you won't be able to help anybody. So it's the same in life, I think. For me, my philosophy is appreciate who you are first, not in an ego way, like I'm great, that type of thing, but just the fact that you're alive and you have a spark of life in us, and we can breathe and we can eat and we can have fun and love and laugh and make music. It's so many gifts we have every day when we wake up in the morning. If we can just appreciate them. So Take Me Higher. This song is about that. It's about being positive and realizing what's great in life. I have a little loop for this too. So this is my band in a box here. All this stuff you're hearing is me playing. So I just thought I can't actually do these instruments while I'm playing guitar, so I had to put them in my looper. So this is Take Me Higher. Ooh. That sounds a bit loud, so I just took it down. You still got your ears. Yeah, okay. The groove. And if you want to hear this version, the recorded version, go on the web after the show. Chris Birkett SoundCloud, and there's a version with the fantastic Tristan Avakian playing a wicked solo. So, and he plays a solo on electric oud. So check that out when you get a chance. There you go. Hey. Kill more than the blues. Take me higher. You can never lose. Take me there. And the life you choose will be better. And the things you do echo glory. You become the number one in your life. Live your dreams under the sun. It's alright. You become the number one in your life. Live your dreams under the sun. It's alright. Take me higher. Take me higher. It's the hardest thing. Love yourself. But until you do, there's no room for someone else. Try to listen to your beating heart. Every breath you take brings a fresh start. You become the number one in your life. Live your dreams under the sun. It's alright. You become the number one in your life. And live your dreams under the sun. It's alright. Take me higher. Take me higher. If you listen to inner voices, they'll be judging you all the time. Don't you know? There's no right or wrong in your choices. It's do what you got to do. That's fine. You become the number one in your life. Live your dreams under the sun. It's alright. You become the number one in your life. Live your dreams under the sun. It's alright. Take me higher. Take me higher. It's not hard for you to love somebody, but it will never be true till you love you. Every step you take, a new story. That's a hot song. Makes me very hot playing it. Some of you who know me probably know that I'm really into Latin music, so I write quite a lot of Latin songs. But this next one isn't Latin. It's kind of a rock song, and I wrote this song. It's called "Above the Clouds," and I was flying to LA on my way to Hawaii to record with Buffy Sainte-Marie, and a couple of years ago, 2017, I think, the last album, Medicine Songs, and we were above the clouds waiting to descend to go into LAX, and there was a beautiful blue sky. It just looked fantastic. Of course, we went through the clouds, and then below there was a thunderstorm happening. It was raining. It was like a massive storm. It was just awful. And I thought, isn't that amazing? It's just like, just above the clouds, just those clouds separate us from this incredible vision. And then I thought, well, isn't that like human psychology? You know, we have the clouds in us of fear and doubt, which stop the light from coming in. And that's kind of, so that's why I wrote this song. I thought Above the Clouds is a good example of, I'm going to get myself a pick, excuse me. Is a good example from nature, which actually can be applied to human psychology, and that happens so much in nature. There's lots of things we can learn from nature. So this is Above the Clouds. There we go. Walking on this side of the line, you can't fail to see all of the crimes that we have made in our history, all of the loving that we gave will come back to us. All of the dreams that we have made will come true, because the sun is always shining above the clouds. You know the sun is always shining above the clouds. Why do we live in rainy days, every one of us, under the clouds that we have made, riding that same old bus? Dark is the day that sees the night deep inside our souls. Never believing that we're right, giving up control, because the sun is always shining above the clouds. You know the sun is always shining above the clouds. Isn't it lovely to be the weatherman? Oh, isn't it lovely to be understand? Talking to you and to me about a rain or shine. Standing here under my tree, all is fine. The sun is always shining above the clouds. You know the sun is always shining above the clouds. You know the sun is always shining above the clouds. You know the sun is always shining above the clouds. Well, I hope next time you see a cloudy day, you might get a different impression. So, moving right along, tonight's show is all about music, music with a message. So, if you're out there, you're a songwriter, try and write songs sometimes that, have something to say. I mean, I'm really a big fan of love songs. I love them, but we also have to have songs that have love for humanity too. The big thing we have to achieve, I believe, on this planet is to love one another and love our brothers and sisters. It's you're my brother from another mother, and you're my sister from another mister, and we can just keep the fact that we're human, accept everybody for what they are. I know it's an idealism which is hard to do. I know that, but we can achieve it, and we have to achieve it actually. So, and if we do achieve it, I guarantee, and I feel with my own faith, that we will be closer to the stars. So here we go. This is the next song, Closer to the Stars. Just warming up on the chords. Do 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 do. All of us now are a joy to behold as we learn to heal all the scars. Live by your dreams, they're not what you've been told, 'cause we're moving closer to the stars. In our love affair between spirit and soul, there's a third lover who wants to control. Two is company, but three is a crowd. Don't let anything can stand in between. Oh, your destiny waits to be seen. In our tower powers, we move money around. On clear sunny days, we can just see the ground. And try as you might, you cannot find your way. So let it go, live for the day. Oh, you'll never know how you can play. All of us now are a joy to behold as we learn to heal all the scars. Live by your dreams and not what you've been told, 'cause we're moving closer to the stars. So let's sober up and look with our hearts. And if you can't do this, then give others a chance. Fear and ignorance are preventing our souls from making the long journey home. Ooh, yes, I'm making the long journey home. Moving closer to the stars. Guitar solo. Just sing the solo. now are a joy to behold as we move in closer to the stars. So that's what's in store for you, in my belief, that we are in the universe. We're in the university of the universe, and we are ascending higher and higher. So a lot of my songs are about this, and that's what I personally believe. And I hope you do too, because it makes you appreciate life on this planet a lot more when you realise it's the first step in a long journey. So here's a song I wrote when I was a little kid. I used to look out my bedroom window, and I used to look at the stars. And I lived in a place which is kind of country, so it wasn't. You could actually see the stars at night. And I just, even as like a 7-year-old, I would look up and I'd just say, "There's got to be life out there. There's so many stars. There's so much life, and in fact, there's trillions, hundreds of trillions of stars." And I believe that a lot of them are actually inhabited. And I think we're all gonna. I think that's where we're going. We're going to move to the stars, and I'm a very starry kind of person. So some might say it's a hippie idea, but that's what I believe. So I wrote this song when I looked up at the stars. I thought, well, it's quite obvious we're not the only ones, and I wonder why we're not being visited. And I thought, well, why are all this life out there in the universe? Why aren't they coming to see us? And then I thought it through logically, and I thought, well, maybe we're not quite ready yet, As my friend Buffy says, the human race is ripening. We're still very full of fear and aggression. So I think the rest of the universe is kind of keeping away for a bit and letting us kind of evolve before we get full contact. So that's what I think. So I wrote this song about it. It's called "We Are Not the Only Ones," and it features a beautiful flute part. But I don't have a flute here tonight, so this is how it goes. And I'll try and sing the flute part. Quiet of my lonely room, I look up to the endless sky. I feel the power of the moon. It's obvious to me, so easy to see, we are not the only ones. Not the only ones. We are not the only ones. Ooh, yeah. See 1,000 million homes stretched before me like a dream. Not so easy to believe. It's obvious to me, so easy to see, we are not the only ones. Not the only ones. We are not the only ones. Woo-hoo! Yeah. Why don't they come forwards, show us who they are? Maybe they're uncertain. Say that again. If you open your eyes, you will see everything around you. We don't make new friends so easily. what they look like. We don't know how they speak. We don't know where they came from. We don't know when they will leave. It's obvious to me. Now I can believe that someday maybe we're gonna have the sense to see we're not the only ones. We're not the only ones. We are not the only ones. Ooh, yeah. It's obvious to me, easy to see, we are not the only ones. That's my extraterrestrial song I wrote when I was a kid, and looking out the window at the stars. So to round up tonight, a quick shout out to everybody that came. Carlos Fulgencio is from Portugal is here. We have such an international audience tonight. We've got Zaz from Paris. We got I think we've got some of the other names. Oh, we've got Kevin Taylor. Hi Kevin. Yee. How you doing, man? How's Kim? So I can't write things to you. I can see your comments though. It's wonderful. Thank you for coming to the show, which is called Music with a Message this week. And I'm not doing next week. I think I explained going to Grand Bend. But I've got one more song to play you from this week's Music with a Message. 2 weeks from now, I'm going to do Music with a Message Part 2, and that's a lot of other songs which you haven't heard. This song, a lot of my friends know this, and it's quite a popular one. It goes down really well at gigs. Everybody loves it. And looking for my pick. Where's my guitar pick? Hey Kevin, you got a guitar pick, man? I need one. So in case you don't know what this song's called, it's called Wake Up. And it's Wake Up is a call to action song. So every song I'm playing tonight has a message. So this one, the message on this one is about corporate greed, which is kind of messing up our planet. And the corporate greed stuff has been kind of quietened down a bit by the COVID. So it's not bad. Does anybody know what COVID means? I heard it the other day on the radio. It means coronavirus disease. COVID for the virus, D for the COVID, and they gave it a number, 19. But anyway, for whatever reason, this virus arrived. It's actually kind of woken us up a bit. So this song, Wake Up, is about waking up to reality and waking up to our beautiful planet and the beautiful people on it. And we have to love one another. So enjoy this one. Here we go. Hey. Yeah, we go. We've been waiting so long just to give you this song. Hope it won't take too long before we wake up and know the truth. This world was made for all. All the signs are out there in the air. There's there's a chance if we care. We don't have to go down this road. This world was made for everyone. Hi Maxwell. Thanks for coming. Hey, corporations take the soul of our nations. Politicians do just what they're told, and nobody is listening to our frustrations. We have been sold. Hey! How can we own the land? How can we own the sky and the wind and the rain? There are things that we just can't buy. This world was made for all, and all the signs are out there while we still breathe the air. There's a chance if we care. We don't have to go down this road. This world was made for everyone. Now it's only mergers and acquisitions. Consumerism gets out of control, leaving all this debt to future generations. We have been sold. It's time to wake up, wake up. 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 Yeah, it's time to wake up, wake up. You can sing along with me if you like. Time to wake up, wake up. Yep, 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 yep. Wake up, wake up. It's time to wake up, wake up. Hey, wake up and know the truth. This world was made for all. Wake up and know the truth. This world was made for everyone. Wake up and know the truth. This world was made for yeah. Well, that's Wake Up, and thanks for coming and stick around, because we got a great video which probably none of you have seen, put together by my wife Joan Prowse, and it's also a song with a message, but I'm going to actually play the video rather than play it live, because this video was recorded with Turbo Street Funk, who's a wicked band from Toronto. I produced an album with them a couple of years ago, and they kindly agreed to play on this song, and this song is about cell phone addiction. I've written a few songs about cell phone addiction. This one's called Tweet Me Right. Tweet Me Right, so it's a play on words, and let's hope that Donald Trump tweets me right. So anyway, this is Tweet Me Right, and it features Turbo Street Funk, and I'll see you in 2 weeks from now, okay, for episode 14. We're going to skip 13 because it's unlucky, so we're going to go to 14 in 2 weeks from now. I'll be in Grand Bend sipping pina coladas next week and swimming in Lake Huron with my wife Joan Prowse, hopefully. So here, stick around, listen for this last song. Here we go. You on your own, you're always playing with your phone. The world is out there for you to see. You never really notice me. touching, just pretend. If you can't stand it on your own, why don't you throw away your phone? The Wi-Fi's broken, it's a shame. So let's try talking for a change. Oh yeah, just tweet me right. Oh, I will. I'll follow you tonight. Just tweet me right. Oh, I will. I'll follow you tonight. Just tweet me right. I will. I follow you tonight. Just tweet me right. Hey. Yeah, sounding good, guys.